Operation Sindhu was undertaken by Government of India, Ministry of External Affairs, to bring back its stranded citizens from Iran. You know the reason why, because last week we covered the rising tensions between Iran and Israel. So around 4,000 Indians were staying in Iran, and most of them were students. So let's see the key details. Launch initial phase, June 17-18. It was launched in multiple phases, I would say. Objective was to ensure safety and facilitate evacuation of Indian nationals from conflict areas in Iran. Now it becomes important that you should know the name of the operation and you should know the name of the country where that operation was carried out by India, because India has carried out such kind of operations in the recent past from many countries. I have the list. We will go through the list as well. Context: worsening security due to ongoing Israel-Iran conflict, including missile and drone attacks. Nodal ministry for this was Ministry of External Affairs, which undertook this. Now, Indian presence in Iran, so Indian diaspora is the highest in the world. And almost in every country of the world, we have members of the diaspora. So here, over 4,000 Indian nationals were there in Iran, approximately half of whom were students who reside in Iran. Execution and coordination. First batch, June 17 to 19, 110 Indian students from northern Iran were evacuated. So northern Iran shares a boundary with Armenia. Last week we covered Zangezur corridor, right? So this Zangezur corridor is basically in that region only. So from Iran, Indian students were evacuated by road to Armenia, then flown to New Delhi from Armenia. Indian missions in Iran and Armenia supervised the transfer. Ongoing effort, the Indian embassy in Iran continues to assist nationals in moving to safer zones and arranging further evacuations for them. Iranian cooperation. Iran notably eased airspace restrictions for Indians, and some flights were, in the future phases, they came from Iran directly. So Iran eased its airspace restrictions for Indians to, so that their flights could come to India, making a humanitarian exception. The support channels. Indian nationals are advised to contact the Indian embassy in Tehran's emergency helpline or MEA's 24/7 control room in New Delhi. Future phases. Government is planning additional evacuation phases for other vulnerable groups. Broader evacuation. India also requested its nationals to leave Israel concurrently, indicating a wider evacuation efforts across the conflict zone. So this is what you need to know. But yes, all these kind of operations are successful only in the case of good diplomatic ties with those countries. If you are not having good diplomatic ties or decent diplomatic ties, then that is going to be a problem for you. Okay? And that has led to, lot of relief for the Indians, because, we are having good diplomatic ties with everyone in West Asia. We saw through that triangle which we discussed last week. Now, diplomatic challenges and regional dynamics. So there is this complex geopolitics. India navigates sensitive regional relationships due to conflict. And, India navigates means we are having good relations. Transit nations: Armenia, good relations. Turkmenistan, good relations. And Iraq, decent relations, are key neighbors with amicable ties with India, providing potential evacuation routes for Indians. But we have some difficult relations also in the north of Iran. Bordering countries like Turkey, Azerbaijan and Pakistan lacks formal diplomatic ties with Afghanistan also. We are not having ties with Afghanistan also. But yes, Afghanistan is not much of a problem as Pakistan, Azerbaijan and Turkey are right now. So that increases a bit of difficulties for us. Alternative routes: the Persian Gulf route via ships or Saudi Arabia, Kuwait is also being considered. But, as of now, ceasefire is there. So definitely we might have done some recalculations also in this regard. Diplomatic leveraging. India is actively using its diplomatic relationships to facilitate safe evacuations. So yes, India should be doing it. Now, India's humanitarian evacuation policy and precedents. So, India has given highest priority to citizens' safety, and India has been evacuating its citizens from various countries, various conflict zones, and you can see on the board like Operation Ganga 2022, evacuation from Ukraine during Russia-Ukraine conflict. Operation Kaveri 2023 from Sudan during civil unrest over there. Operation Devi Shakti 2021, this happened from Afghanistan when Taliban took over. Operation Rahat 2015, evacuation from Yemen it was. And Operation Sukoon 2006, evacuation from Lebanon was done. So yes, India definitely takes care about its diaspora and is concerned about their safety and well-being. This message India time and again sends through its various operations which India has undertaken. So no Indian left behind policy we follow. And during crisis, obviously. Track record of evacuation missions. India has a strong track record of successful humanitarian evacuation missions. And this track record is not only for Indians, obviously it is for Indians, but we are also known for evacuating citizens of other countries as well. We have evacuated citizens of America, UK, even Pakistan, Bangladesh from Yemen, Operation Rahat, and from Ukraine also. The Indian flag had its own importance at that time. So, this is what we need to know and understand. Rapid response capabilities. We do not delay in forging such kind of responses. These operations showcase India's robust crisis response system, logistical strength and ability to protect its citizens. Strengthening diplomatic image. Such missions significantly strengthen India's diplomatic image and soft power globally. Definitely it does. So that is something which we need to know and understand.